In this video, we are building an insane golf racing bobber kit, and we are taking it to...
Where are you flying into?
Pittsburgh. Oh my goodness.
Everything is pre-assembled as much as possible, and we had all the bits painted and ready to go. Keely's wrapped it up, packed it, and sent it all in a massive crate over to the US, ready to meet James and I as soon as we land.
We raw dogged an entire 9-hour flight. We did Pittsburgh.
Alright, we in Pittsburgh, man.
So, whoa. Surely you can't just have bacon.
Hot pocket.
Alright. You hear me? Get your kitty.
I want to do some peanut butter crackers.
Anyways.
Are you done? Oh, stop this and course.
There you go.
Yes guys, welcome back, and today we're in Pittsburgh in the USA, and as you can see, we're in one of the most ultimate man caves that personally I've ever been in, and obviously we've got a brand new Triumph Bonneville bobber in front of us that we're going to do an insane transformation on, so stay tuned to see what we get up to.
Oh, I've got to do it in one day, obviously.
And here we go, in one day we're going to turn this stock 2025 bobber into the most insane build.
So, as you can see here, you've got a nice big box all the way from Buckinghamshire.
Evan.
All the way from Evan and Kieran, who finished up the twisted exhaust in here, which was the first bit. And pull this out though, because I know our customer's going to come down. He's going to want to be hanging out, checking out this crazy kit. What we'll do is we'll empty out these parts over to here.
Sick setup. This is the best one we've been to, bro.
See, I don't know what it is.
Oh, it's so sick.
That's a Land Cruiser. That's sick, isn't it?
Wow. Land Cruiser. They got a T1.
These ball kits.
Those are fireworks, bro.
We've got ball kits. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
T120.
This barn is an 1830s barn, so these are however old that is.
Yeah.
Nearly 200 years old.
You see the T120, bro?
T120, best around the corner. Yes, good spot. But look at that. Look at that setup, man. That's sick. So we're literally working with a little toolbox. Literally a tiny little toolbox. So again, this is just going to go to show you can do this kit install with literally the most basic of tools.
A Halford's advanced set, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's 9:15, James and I are ripping this crate open and taking out all the parts and getting them ready to put on the bike once it's all stripped down. This is how it works for all of our US bikes. We ship all the parts direct from the UK and then assemble them onto a US registered Triumph bobber, which means you can install these parts wherever you are.
Great backdrop for the camera, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sick. So because you got one stand, we're working one piece at a time, aren't we?
So I'll split the bike in two. We'll have a back half and a front half. Nice and easy.
The front for last, it's looking easier, isn't it?
Yeah, the front's the hardest bit. Back's easy bit. But it's easiest to do it back when we're here because we have that piece there. And with this piece here, which we can use to perch the frame on. I feel like I'm a bit old to be on the floor.
So it's been an hour already and we're making some serious progress, but I'm definitely going to have to get my arse into gear to get this one done today. We've done this a few times before, so it should be alright. I've got the cat out, now I'm splitting the bike in two, so I'm getting it twisted on first, and all these parts can be bought in the top right corner.
Explain to the viewers why you got locked on this.
So we rubber mount all of our exhausts. It's the key to stopping anything from cracking.
Cracking?
Yeah.
So that stops, it's like the quad lock vibration.
Anti-vibration, yeah. AV mount and everything. So that lives on there. Nice and easy. We'll move. The gaskets are exhaust flanges.
Exhaust flanges.
Lovely.
Exhaust flanges.
Keely's handwriting, making everything nice and easy. Look at this beautiful set, man.
And it's just a dream. You're just having a lovely workshop.
Sun.
Beautiful. Old John Deere tractor. The horn is being relocated so I can fit the exhaust in, and yeah, this is a pretty awesome spot to be. Keely's packaging has made it super easy to know where everything is. This exhaust looks absolutely insane. Shout out to Kieran, who has welded this back at the Thornton 100 HQ in the UK. The middle essentially done. It's going to start off the back end. This is when it starts to get interesting.
This is where it really shapes up real quick.
So I'm just going to move this forward, just get it off the pressure off the back wheel. 10:30 and the exhaust is fitted, and now we're moving on to the back end. Getting rid of all these crazy mud guards and reflectors. We're going to make it look wide and bad boy. So we're taking out the disc bolts and we're going to reuse these from the stock wheels and put them onto the carbon wheels. These are painted golf orange and they look absolutely incredible, but underneath they are carbon fibre still, so they're super lightweight. We don't have a chain breaker, so while we wait for the customer to see what he's got to split the chain, I'm going to start the seat. Low-key, real nice.
I like these ones a lot. Progress, but how you feeling about it?
Feel good? It's not an insane kit, it's just a nice level of customisation, you know?
Yeah. Did you have to say to Trim Dog if he's watching?
Yeah,
He will be watching.
We're on the other side of the world and the customer likes it, so well done.
Well done, dude.
Well done, Dave.
It's great.
I think that's a wood bit.
Yeah. No, this it's just this is harder and that's the issue. Whoa! Whoa! There you go.
Big dog.
I was really not sure on that.
Big dog.
That's okay. Yeah. Oh, get it, big dog. Yeah.
Gym days.
We're just going PR on the shade break.
Whoa. My hands all greasy. So these all titanium. We do titanium axles front and rear. We put our logo in the end. So we make them really hard to get out.
Oh, that's the part.
Yeah.
Titanium thin?
Yeah, there's an axle block knocking them out somewhere.
Show us the bling.
We make the axle box black. So this guy's out there, legends, helping me out.
If I want to buy a US side mount to go with my sick new carbon wheels,
Right there.
it's not the right corner.
Cool, so it's a bit higher than it needs to be, but that's okay. Actually, before I even do that, get way ahead of myself.
You want to show us
Chain guard.
swing on quick? Look how good that is. If you order a kit for the US,
This one-
and we're not here to build it soon,
Yeah.
it's
So
just
you've seen every struggle that we've had in this, which was getting the chain off, and
a chain.
that's it. But to be fair, I think most people at home wouldn't change a motorcycle chain with a rivet tool.
No.
Most people do clips.
Yeah.
What time is it, man?
We started at 9:15 this morning.
Yeah.
It is just gone 10:45. 11:15.
Get a little,
Little money o'clock.
lunch.
We filmed this morning. So damn it. Lunch break.
The back end is looking crazy good already, so I'm going to put the battery back in and it's time for the front end. How long have I been on the floor now?
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
I've done this in a while. Is that what we said, 4 hours?
You said you was an estimate, yeah.
4 or 5 hours, something like that, Action is obviously forks are out. Brake calipers stay dangling on this one, so you're not changing them. So I'm just going to take that out, put that on the side there so you don't lose it. So that will allow me to come in here, take out all of this wiring for the indicators, because again we're not going to use it. Put the indicators out. That just all pulls out. That comes out. And then that comes out as well.
Getting rid of these Jar Jar Binks looking indicators is the best thing, right?
We're making great progress on this build, and I'm literally ripping the whole front end out. This is because I need to get to the yokes and pull them all out to reinstall our brand new S5 wide yokes. I also need to get to the wiring because our customer has gone for the bar end indicator setup, so I'm replacing all the handlebars that Evan has pre-wired and pre-built up. So this is how you get them if you order them directly from the website. Getting the S5 yokes in, and this has a pre-pressed in stem, which we do in the UK, so you don't need any special tools like a hydraulic press. All you need to do is push it straight into the frame, and then you can torque everything up. Whilst we're here, I just want to take a quick second to touch on the inspiration behind this build. The customer's taking cues from the Porsche Golf racing livery, and honestly, it's one of the coolest looks in motorsport history. It first hit the scene on the Porsche 917K back in the early 70s, running those iconic blue and orange colours under Gulf oil. That car went on to dominate at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, taking victory and cementing the livery as a proper racing legend. So James and I went back and forth with the customer designing the kit from home. We printed the stencils, got everything sent off to paint, and now it's here in the US, and that's exactly what's inspired this build. We've got draft beers.
On draft is crazy work.
Cheers. Freshly poured pint on tap, probably the best way to build a bike. James and I are going to have a great time with this customer, and a few of his friends are hanging out, and everything's going great. I'm 30 now and my knees don't bend like they used to. Okay, so we're 3 hours in and I'm feeling the whole working on the floor thing is a bit of a killer. But both wheels are in and they look incredible with that painted carbon fibre finish. And it's got an insane mudguard and I'm so excited to see this bike finished and done.
That's what's up? You seen this guy?
Okay, so we've got lots of small details going in, like the engine plaques and our 1 of 1 plaques, and only the bikes that either I build personally or the bikes that are built in our workshop in the UK get these. go. So it's 12:45 now. I've made some insane progress. I'm putting these side panels on and I'm excited to finish this build up.
What's that?
On the operating table. Are we ready?
We are ready. Oh,
Yeah. Wait.
let's get it, Rory.
Finish it off, man. It's a fuel cap.
Oh, how does this feel, Jeff?
It feels pretty awesome.
No way.
Wow, good stuff. That looks fantastic. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
I think we should have a listen.
Well, we gotta get one of these, man.
This is great.
Is it coming out the bottom?
Yep. Different.
Yeah, what do you think, man?
Oh, it's fantastic. Love it.
That's so cool.
Man, I cannot believe how amazing this trip has been. From flying from the UK all the way to Pittsburgh, meeting this wonderful customer in an amazing setting. All of the team put in so much work back in the UK, and that made it really easy to install this kit. It's absolutely surreal to think the Thornton 100 is 10 years old this year, and we're on the other side of the world building crazy custom bikes. From starting in a shipping container, I never really thought we'd make it this far, and it's all thanks to our customers and you guys watching at home.
Oh, mate.
So there we go, guys, the Golf Edition Triumph Bobber. Big thank you to Jeff, our customer, and all the guys for hanging out, feeding us beer whilst we work. The result on this bike is absolutely incredible. I'm so glad we went the whole way with all of the paint, all the livery, and including the orange wheels as well. But if you like it, guys, jump in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, when we'll be flying back to America to build more bikes, hit that like button and the subscribe button, and we'll catch you in the next one.